A reading from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 22, Paul's address to the Jews of Jerusalem. My brothers, my fathers, listen to the defense that I now make to you. When they heard that he was speaking to them in Hebrew, the silence was even greater than before. And Paul said, I am a Jew, born at Tarsus, in Cilicia. I was brought up in this city at the feet of Gamaliel, trained in the exact observance of our ancestral law, zealous towards God, as you all are today. I persecuted this way to the point of death and binding, sending women as well as men to prison, as the high priest and the whole council of elders can testify. I received from them letters to the brothers and sisters in Damascus, which I took with me when I set off to bring prisoners back from there to Jerusalem for punishment. It happened that as I was on that journey and nearly at Damascus, about noon, when a bright light from heaven suddenly shone around me, I fell to the ground and heard a voice saying, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? I answered, Who are you, Lord? And he said to me, I am Jesus, the Nazarene, whom you are persecuting. The people with me saw the light, but did not hear the voice of the one speaking to me. I said, What am I to do, Lord? The Lord answered, Get up and go into Damascus, and there you will be told about everything you have been appointed to do. Since I could not see because of the glory of that light, I went to Damascus, led by the hand of those who were with me. Someone called Ananias, a devout adherent of the law, and attested by all the Jews living there, came to see me. He stood beside me and said, Brother Saul, receive your sight. At that moment, my sight returned, and I could see him. Then he said, The God of our ancestors has chosen you to know his will, to see the righteous one, and hear the sound of his voice, because you are to be his witness to all people of what you have seen and heard. And now, why delay? Get up, be baptized, and have your sins washed away, calling on his name. It happened that when I got back to Jerusalem and was praying in the temple, I fell into a trance, and then I saw him. Hurry, he said, leave Jerusalem at once. They will not accept the testimony you are giving about me. I answered, Lord, they know that in one synagogue after another I imprisoned and flogged those who believed in you, and that while the blood of your witness Stephen was being shed, I too was standing by, approving and guarding the clothes of those who killed him. Then he said to me, Go, I will send you to the Gentiles far away. Paul, the Roman citizen. So far they had listened to him, but at these words they began to shout, Away from the earth with this man. He is not fit to live. They were yelling, waving their cloaks, and throwing dust into the air. And so the tribune had him brought into the fortress and ordered him to be examined under the lash to find out why they should raise such an outcry against him. But when they had strapped him down, Paul said to the centurion standing by, Is it legal for you to flog a man who is a Roman citizen without sentence being passed? When he heard this, the centurion went and told the tribune, saying, What are you about to do? This man is a Roman citizen. So the tribune came and asked him, Tell me, are you a Roman citizen? Paul said, Yes. To this the tribune replied, It cost me a large sum to acquire this citizenship. Paul said, I am a citizen by birth. Then immediately those who were about to examine him withdrew, and the tribune himself was alarmed, knowing that Paul was a Roman citizen and that he had bound him. His appearance before the council. The next day, since he wanted to know for sure what charge the Jews were bringing against him, he freed Paul and gave orders for a meeting of the chief priests and the entire council. Then he brought Paul down and set him before them. The word of the Lord.